War crimes have been committed during the Tigray War that started in November 2020. Mulugeta Gebrehiwot, founder of the Institute for Peace and Security Studies, described the killings of Tigrayans by the Ethiopian National Defense Force to 7 years to 14 years. Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed stated that in the aftermath of the 4th of November Northern Command attacks, hundreds of ENDF prisoners of war held by Tigray People's Liberation Front forces were selected based on having non-Tigrayan ethnicity and extrajudicially executed after having been tied up. In December 2020, Alex Durwal argued that Eritrean President Isaias Afwerki had the intention of annihilating Tigray and reducing Tigray to a condition of complete incapacity. Durwal argued for intent by Isaias by referring to 11 high-ranking colleagues, heroes of Tigray, and 10 journalists, who were arrested in 2001 and remained missing. Also in December 2020, Rashid Abdi, interviewed by Vice, stated that there had been 2 years of planning by Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed and Isaias, who had fears and suspicions about the TPLF, and stated that Abiy had criminalized the entire TPLF, tagged them with treason. Vice interviewed a refugee, Amanal Kase, who attributed part of the Mai Kadra massacre to the Amhara Fano militia, and stated, "We know he is planning to exterminate us, all Tigrayans in general." On the 28th of January 2021, Robert I. Rothberg, a professor in governance and foreign affairs, classified the war crimes of the Tigray War using the informal term, purposeful ethnic cleansing, which he saw as a precursor to all-out genocide. He called for the responsibility to protect procedures to be implemented. Rothberg attributed intent to Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, claiming that Abiy had seemingly decided that very existence threatened his control of 110 million Ethiopians. In early April 2021, the World Peace Foundation argued that Article 8 of the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court was likely to be relevant to the case of starvation in the Tigray War. The authors concluded that the Ethiopian and Eritrean governments were responsible for starvation, listing evidence in Section 4 of their report. The authors argued that circumstantial evidence suggests that intentional, systematic and widespread, according to 9 doctors in Ethiopia and 1 in a Sudanese refugee camp interviewed by CNN, sexual violence in the Tigray War constituted rape as a weapon of war. The women treated by the doctors stated that the ENDF, EDF and Amhara soldiers who raped them described Tigrayans as having no history and culture, that the intent was to ethnically cleanse Tigray, to Amharize them or remove their Tigrayan identity and bloodline. One of the doctors, Tadros Tefera, stated, "Practically this has been a genocide." In March 2021, the Daily Telegraph argued that testimonies supported the rape as a weapon of war interpretation, stating that survivors, doctors, aid workers and experts speaking to the Telegraph all pointed to rape being systematically used as a weapon of war by Ethiopian and Eritrean forces. Reasons for the rape that was stated to the victims included the aim of cleansing Tigrayan blood. The Ethiopian Human Rights Commission claimed in November 2020 that the Mai Kadra massacre may constitute a crime against humanity. Human rights concern Eritrea claimed in February 2021 that crimes against humanity occurred during the war, in particular in the appalling treatment of Eritrean refugees in the Shimelbar and Hitsats camps, and called for an immediate independent international inquiry. In its 26 February 2021 report on the Aksum massacre, Amnesty International described the indiscriminate shelling of Aksum by the ENDF and EDF in January 2021 as possibly amount to war crimes, and the following mass execution of Aksum civilians by Eritrean troops amount to crimes against humanity. In a February, United States stated that tens of thousands of people been displaced from allegedly on ethnic grounds, with 45,000 displaced people registered in Shire. UNOCHA confirmed that the zone was run by Amhara region authorities, with humanitarian access only possible through Amhara region. In November 2020, Genocide Watch upgraded its alert status for Ethiopia as a whole to the 9th stage of genocide. Extermination. Referring to the Gawakanka massacre. Casualties of the Tigray War. 2020 Ethiopia bus attack in the Metakel massacre, enlisting affected groups as the Amhara, Tigrayans, Oromo, Gadeo, Gumars, Agav and Kament. Peace researcher and 2007 founder of the Institute for Peace and Security Studies, Mulugita Gebrehiwot, stated on 27 January 2021 that the killings of Tigrayans by the Ethiopian National Defense Force and Eritrean Defense Forces were literally genocide by decree. Wherever they're moving, whomever they find, they kill him or her, an old man, a child, a nursing woman, or anything. Peace.